Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I'm not even going to lie to you guys, I am fuming here a little bit because I literally done this video you're watching literally 10 minutes ago to the T. I think I was 6 or 7 minutes in, I was giving all the info I wanted to give. It was absolutely beautiful, word for word, everything I wanted to get across, I got across, and then my camera cuts out and the file isn't saved. And I'm thinking, oh my god, I've got to do this again with exactly the same brilliance that I said everything in, and I've got to do it again. I mean, oh, honestly, a YouTuber's worst nightmare. We go again. I hope all of you are doing well. We go again, regardless. Anyway, it is the day after the night before our fantastic display against Atletico Madrid. We're 1-0 ahead. We've got a lead going into the second leg at Stamford Bridge with an away goal. The circumstance right now is beautiful. When you're looking as to Chelsea going to the quarterfinals, we couldn't have it any other way. We're going to Stamford Bridge. Let's hope we finish the job. But we're all very happy at that display from last night, despite us now being halfway there. Let's see if we can finish the job off at Stamford Bridge, fingers crossed. But now we've got a massive run of games. We've got Man United next, we've got Liverpool, Everton, Leeds, the return leg Atletico. It's gonna get mad. Obviously Atletico in 3 weeks time, but on the weekend we're playing Man United, and let's hope we can bring United down, Bruno Fernandes down with them, you know, despite, honestly, I have to be honest, Bruno Fernandes is doing brilliant in every sense of the word for Man United. He is carrying United. He's doing outstanding. So I hope we have a very good display, and I hope we, you know, bring them down a peg and we can close the gap a little bit. That way we can start aiming for second place, because let's face it, Manchester City have won the title. Anyway, good luck to them in winning the league. We'll see what happens, but let's get into today's news in regards to Chelsea. Before I do though, I want to ask you guys, if you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded, and let's get into today's nitty gritty. So on the back of yesterday's brilliant win, we've been playing very well under Thomas Tuchel. There's only been a couple of moments where we've looked and gone, oh, and been a little bit worried, but overall, we've been brilliant. 8 matches Thomas Tuchel has been manager of Chelsea for now. We haven't lost yet. And not just that, we're not just unbeaten, we've only conceded 2 goals in 8 games. That's borderline prime Mourinho kind of stat, you know, from 2004. 2 goals in 8 games that we've conceded, and one of them was an own goal. Thanks to Antonio Rudiger. Cheers for that, Tony. Yeah, like we didn't need that. But on the back of that, and on the back of yesterday's brilliant result against Atletico Madrid, I think the piece of news I'm about to give you has only been amplified, because earlier on, Mr. Fabrizio Romano on his Here We Go podcast said something very important. Let's get into it, and then I'll dive into the details. This is it. Chelsea are very happy with Tuchel, and they are planning a big summer with him. The board will talk to Tuchel in April to decide his top targets. The club want something big, with striker and centre-back the positions they want the most. Bring it on, because let's have it right. The name that I've got on my head is the name that you guys have in your heads, and I know we're thinking the same thing, so don't try and hide away from it. We are thinking the same person here. Yes, you guessed it. Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is obviously who we are going for. But in terms of centre-back, we don't know. Obviously, Upamecano is off to Bayern Munich, so we can't go for him. Konate has been a name mentioned here and there. We'll see what happens. Fikayo Tomori is on loan at AC Milan, and right now that situation is out of our hands, let's be honest, because they have the option to buy. If they trigger that, boom. All they got to do is throw 25 million at us, and if Tomori's cool with it and he wants to stay there, well, it's a done deal. So that's kind of out of our hands. We'll see what happens closer to the time, but yeah, in terms of a striker, Erling Haaland is the guy, and it's very nice to hear that Chelsea are very happy with Tuchel so far. They see that something can possibly be built, so they're willing to discuss with him in terms of the summer transfer window and who we're going to go after. And there was a report yesterday, and I didn't talk about this because I don't necessarily know just how credible this actually is, but it was being said, and I know Football Therapy done a video on it, so if you haven't checked that out, go and have a look. His content's been banging, much like George has as well. So he did mention that Chelsea have a £300 million war chest, or in other words, a transfer budget. Basically, we have 300 million set aside to spend in the window. That is nuts. That's nuts. And to be honest, it's needed, because Erling Haaland himself, without a release clause, is going to cost us, what, 150 million perhaps? Maybe more. So 300 million being put aside, I can understand that. Is that the case? I don't know. I'm not going to come on here and say, yes, that is what's happening. However, it's a very good sign. And if Chelsea are very happy with Tuchel and they're going to get to discussing transfers from April, it means, I'm sure, when it hits June the 1st and the transfer window opens, we are going straight in on the blower. Mr. Erling Haaland, hello, my friend. Can I speak with your agent? Can I speak with Mino Raiola, please? I've got some business to discuss in regards to you. So, you know, we'll see. But anyway, that's looking very good on the part of Tuchel, Chelsea, the board. So fingers crossed, there's a nice relationship forming and nothing bumpy is going to happen later on in the road. Now, in regards to Erling Haaland, let's talk about our striker situation, because the Athletic have spoken about Olivier Giroud. And despite them speaking about Giroud, it involves Haaland and it involves Tammy Abraham. You're probably asking why. Let's check it out and find out. Olivier Giroud hasn't ruled out extending his contract at Chelsea. Tammy Abraham is not interested in discussing an extension to his contract, whilst the club cast admiring glances at Erling Haaland. It would be prudent to convince Giroud to stay. This is very interesting, and this has come from The Athletic, so you know there could be good substance to this. Now, Olivier Giroud not ruling out extending his contract after last night, I think I can speak for everyone when I say I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, no problem. But as long as he understands that even next season, he's probably going to be playing less than he is this season. Let's be real. Because if we are looking far, if we're looking at Haaland, I mean, we're going to come to a situation where Giroud will probably only come on for 10 minutes, maybe once every 3 or 4 games. You know, it's not a substantial amount of playing time. Now, if he's cool with that, cool, because I'll happily keep Giroud. If he's scoring goals like he did last night against Atletico, with pleasure, with absolute pleasure. You're staying here, no problem. However, I thought the personal issue with Giroud was that he wanted to go away, play more football. That way he'd be ready for the Euros and possibly the World Cup coming up, as that would definitely be his last World Cup for France. And you have to be playing football regularly for you to have a chance of getting into your national team. So I thought that was an issue. But if he's not ruling out and he wants to stay, I'm all for it. Now, the second part of that, in terms of Tammy Abraham, now this is where it's going to get a little bit sticky, because it's true. If Giroud is staying, we're going after Haaland, we've got Timo Werner, Tammy must be thinking, well, hello, what's going on here? But I'm going to lay a truth here. I'm going to lay a bit of a pipe bomb, and I know maybe a couple of you are not going to like this. Maybe a few of you will. We'll see what happens. You can't please everyone. But I'm going to say this little pipe bomb, and we're going to cut to the chase. If Tammy Abraham is as good as many believe that he can be, or as he believes he can be, and he steps up, then cool. But if he doesn't, well, I'm sorry. We can't just give out charity places to players just for the sake of the fact that they came from the academy. That's not how it works. We have a standard. You've come from the academy, you've done very well. Now, if you're not interested in discussing an extension because you're intimidated by the possible arrival of a Haaland and you're considering that you might want to move away, well, good luck to you. Because right now, let's be real, Haaland is clear. Haaland is clear. Way clear. Too clear. So far clear, you can't see him. You know, it's as simple as that. So Tammy Abraham needs to make a decision. If he believes he can do it and he can compete and he's good enough to stay at Chelsea and compete with a Haaland and a Werner together at Chelsea and try and overcome that, then cool, you're welcome to. But if you're not good enough and you don't believe that you have what it takes, well, I'm sorry, we're not going to be carrying any dead weight. And if you believe that your future lies elsewhere, good luck to you and I wish you the best. It's as simple as that. The realistic situation here is we can't expect every single academy graduate to become a superstar at Chelsea. That's not going to work. That's not just how it's going to happen. Right now, Mason Mount is pulling his weight. Mason Mount is pulling his weight. Reece James is pulling his weight. Tomori we thought was, and now he's gone off on loan and we don't know what's going to happen and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Billy Gilmore, we have loads of potential there. We think he can make it. We'll see what happens. Hudson-Odoi, he's pulling his weight. It's up to you, Tammy. If you believe you can pull your weight, you're welcome to. Stick around. But if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. It's as simple as that. And right now, if we bring Haaland, we are definitely going to benefit more from having Haaland in the team than starting Tammy. That's just being real. That's just me being 100% clear. So we'll see. We'll see. Now, if Tammy is not interested in discussing an extension, well, it's going to come to it. Well, if a club comes in and we do actually get Haaland, I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea decide to sell. And then we have to wish him the best and that's it. But I honestly do think, if you're asking me what I think is going to happen, I think Giroud will still be leaving at the end of the season. I still think that's going to happen. So I do believe that our strikers would consist of Werner, possibly Haaland, and Tammy Abraham. Now, again, as I've said, if Tammy doesn't want to be a part of that, then cool. You know, I'm not going to say, you know, please stay. No. That's just the reality of the situation. But if he believes that he can compete and he has what it takes, well, he's welcome to try. He's welcome to try, and I'd love to see him succeed. That's just the truth. So we'll see what happens leading up. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts in regards to the board and Tuchel and them planning in April. Let me know what you think of Giroud possibly staying and sticking around at Chelsea and not leaving, possibly extending his contract. Let me know Tammy Abraham and him not extending his contract. If we do decide to go in for Haaland and Giroud sticks around, let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear it. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. I will be doing a video for you guys tomorrow, so make sure your eyes are peeled for that one. And yeah, life at Chelsea at the moment, it's good. Let's hope we can keep this going. The period of games that we have now is going to define our season. Man United, Liverpool, Everton, Leeds, the second leg against Atletico. These are games that are going to define our season, whether we are comfortably in the top 4, making the quarterfinal of the Champions League, possibly going for silverware. This is a big period in our season. So let's hope we come out of it unscathed and we're still in everything. Hopefully it's going to happen. But I'll see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.